All right. Welcome back to another episode of What's Hockey. We're here to talk that hockey. And
Nice, dude.
all right. Recently, the NHL has proposed an in-season tournament, and it's not like what the NBA is doing, where you would have all franchises competing in one large tournament. They proposed that this is a tournament between NHL players who are playing for the United States, Canada, Sweden, and Finland, representing their country in the middle of the season. And it's I believe they're intending for it to be across multiple countries. So we're involving a lot of travel there. Keaton, why don't you give me some thoughts on that potential international NHL tournament?
I mean, honestly, it's pretty ridiculous to have it in season. Personally, as far as just injury concern, you could always just unfortunately just get hit with something, or have something major happen to maybe a star player that in a game that this just doesn't really matter in the season. And they can just like have it outside of the season. They can have it before the season. I just don't understand what it has to be in season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I know this is like the what the commissioner of the NHL wants to get done. I can't imagine there are too many GMs out there and coaches who are like, yes, I would love my star player to potentially get hurt in a meaningless tournament so you can make more money. And so I know old Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, he's trying to squeeze every dollar out of the league he can, but that's beyond me.
it's funny that you say that. Sorry to
No, you're
interrupt,
good.
I guess, but there's a recent story that just popped up that he's expecting to rise the salary cap to 87.7 million. So, speaking about squeezing all the money out of things, he's just trying to get more money into the system.
Yeah, and I mean, so that would require ownership to pay more money there, and so it just
Yeah,
sounds like Gary Bettman he's just doing whatever he wants. And it's not finalized, but it's something that it is his intent, it's his goal, and
he's just trying to make money.
he's just trying to
Getting
make
that
money.
bag,
But I don't even understand the idea that I mean, I get it that you're trying to just get more hockey on TV, get more ad revenue. And it's something that hasn't been done before. So maybe he thinks he's being innovative, but that's not the way to go about it, in my opinion. I don't see it for safety reasons. I don't see why a player would want to do that just because it doesn't matter. And like you just mentioned, the salary cap going up. And so these are going to be players that are on contract seasons that need to make more money. They get hurt that year. Well, there goes that potential big contract in a bigger salary capped league. And so that just is not comprehended for me. I don't know why the players would want it. I don't know why the teams would want it. It's just the commissioner just looking to make some more money, I think.
yeah, classic.
Classic. And while we're going around the hockey around the NHL, there's been a few transactions. Uh, Keaton, why don't you let the audience know who's been traded?
Oh man, this guy did no research. But yeah, so apparently Nikita Zadorov was traded from the Flames to the Canucks because apparently the I fuck, I think he's a forward. I'm not 100% sure. No, he's a defenseman. I'm so bad at that. But anyway, he's a defenseman for the Canucks now. But following Carson, I think Soucy's injury, I don't know his last name.
Yeah.
Butcher me all you want, but either way, they're just further bolstering their roster.
And on the other end, the former Calgary Flames player, Zadorov, there was talks that he's in a contract year, so that could have potentially led to him requesting this trade. But additionally, he himself actually said it outright, where he was like, "I just didn't get an offer from them." And so I guess he's not just only moving to a team in the Canucks that we've talked about who are pretty dang good and can go deep into the playoffs, and who have an injury that they need to fill that spot for. But he's also going to a team that he believes that are more likely to give him the contract that he feels he deserves. So it seems like a win-win between Zadorov and the Canucks right there.
Yeah, exactly. Not sure exactly what the Flames are getting out of it outside of, I think, a couple draft picks, maybe. But,
And
losing a solid defenseman in the process.
yeah, 100%. And didn't the Red Wings make a move too?
Oh, yeah, they recently signed Patrick Kane. I saw a tweet where the guy said that we signed an old, decrepit Patrick Kane. So he's 35 years old. I think we signed him to like a 1-year contract or something.
Yeah.
But he recently came back from a hip resurfacing surgery that happened back in June. So he's hoping to play. I don't know if he played today because we played today and beat that ass. I don't remember who we won, but we definitely did. Yeah, the Sabres, they're pretty bad. But anyway, Patrick Kane should be, a further bolstering the roster, making sure that we're pretty good on that end.
Yeah. And I mean, Patrick Kane, again, like the podcast name is What's Hockey. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about hockey, but I do know Patrick Kane was a massive name in hockey. He was the cover of NHL, whatever year it was. If he's 35, it was probably a decade ago. But to be fair, he is someone who's a big name. I don't know exactly what he's going to bring to the organization, but I mean, even if he brings experience and leadership, that's fine because, hell, the Wings, as much as I criticize them, they've won a solid – they're not doing bad at all. And so, I mean, just let's say he isn't even able to contribute physically. I think mentally and contributing to the overall, like, locker room atmosphere, as long as he isn't, like, some – I don't know, cancer, and I don't think he is. I don't think you bring that in right now if you have no proven ability. Then I think you are bringing in someone who can mentor younger players and can, provide some experience and knowledge. So, I mean,
yeah, and I think our GM is a little partial just because Steve Yzerman himself had a similar experience when he was playing. So he's just, I guess, giving the guy a chance to prove himself. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, and hockey's a weird sport, man, where like it seems so physical that older players can't play, but they do. Like even with the Stars, Joe Pavelski's like 39 and doing well. Like he was on a massive point streak. It ended this past Monday against the Lightning, but I mean he was playing fantastic. I'm not saying Patrick Kane's going to be what Joe Pavelski is right now, but it's an odd league, and hell, he could contribute. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they'll at least rotate him in, figure it out. Hopefully we'll get a lot better. I did see that we recently also pulled off another win against the Canadians where it was a walk-off OT win where Jake Wallman did the gritty. Did you see that?
I did not see the grit on skates on the ice. He grittied.
Yeah. There's a few replays I saw on Twitter. It was pretty solid,
Yikes!
I guess X. I don't know.
We gotta end the grit.
What are we supposed
It's
to
getting
say?
to the point to when like the dab was past its prime, and now you're seeing a bunch of old people do it and non-hip people do it, and you're like, just put it to bed. I think the gritty is at that level right now.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, well, and so, and I was gonna say, so you mentioned the Red Wings are doing pretty solid at the moment. They're
yeah, dude. Our next game is the Sharks, by the way, so we're gonna beat that up.
Well, didn't the Sharks win today?
Yeah, they actually just won in overtime. Not too long ago, I was watching the last few moments getting into this podcast. But yeah, like, honestly, I thought it was going to be just a shootout or whatever, just end of overtime. But Sharks took it over and shot it with 4 seconds left and got the goal. It's pretty solid.
Dramatic fashion.
Pretty solid finish.
That kid with the sign where he's like, "This is my first game." He
should have went to that game.
This was the one for him.
It was actually in New York, but either way.
Additionally, so of the last 5 games, the Sharks have won 3, and normally winning 3 of 5 isn't the most.
Well, they also scored a lot in each of those games.
They have against the Rangers the night before. I'm sorry, this was Sunday, so 2 days ago. They lost 6-5.
Their problem.
But I mean, as much as we've dogged them in the past, it looks like they're trying now. They're attempting to score.
Something's switching. Maybe an injured player came back or something. I don't know. Maybe there's like the coach gave up and they're like, "Oh, we can't do that to him. We gotta give him some confidence and help him out there." I don't know. Who knows what could have happened? But they're on a scoring streak. Yeah, like we just said, they just beat the Islanders. They still have a pretty awful differential. They're still worst in the league, negative 54. So
you can only make up so much in so few games. But for a team that we mentioned last week, finally getting to double digits in points.
I think it was a week before, but either way,
they're coming on a little.
They finally got there and on a win streak. So that's pretty nice to see.
They finally become an average hockey team.
Yeah.
We'll see if it can continue.
I just noticed that we're just above the Panthers today. That's pretty solid. We were 3rd place. Now we're in 2nd.
Yeah. In the standings, man, Boston's so far ahead. But I will say, I thought,
our differential's pretty substantial. I mean, plus 20 right now has always been about plus 12 to plus 20 at this point. But
yeah, and mind you,
we've been scoring a lot.
Toronto has played 2 less games. They're down by 3 points to y'all, so they can top you for sure. But that was a team that I thought Toronto was going to go ahead and catch up to the Bruins at some point. And the Bruins are kind of running away with that division, man. They're 6 points clear of y'all at the moment, which, again, it's super early. There's plenty of hockey.
It's only a quarter into the season. Yeah.
Yeah, and, I mean, the Red Wings, so I know they're on an impressive run right now, and you've been watching them. What are you seeing out of them, Keaton?
I mean, I haven't been watching every game, and usually I just kind of see the the highlights. But it seems to be working. I saw some article where Derek Lalonde, the head coach, is switching up the lines, making sure that they're a little bit more, I guess, replaceable in a way. Where it's just not fully star-studded on one line and the other line's pretty trash. So just mixing it up a bit, making sure that everyone has a chance to just play how they can and contribute to the team. So that's pretty nice, and it seems to be working. I mean, we just beat the Sabres, like I said, about 5-3. So I mean, we're scoring quite a bit. I think he's a rookie, the goalie Lyon. He's pretty solid.
I think
Alex Lyons.
And you would know better than I, but it sounds like y'all aren't dealing with Reamer too much right now, having Lyons step in there.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Reimer's concerned, I mean, he's not too bad. It's the Ville Husso guy.
Oh, sorry. There you go, Ville Husso.
Give up quite a bit of those points. I still think he hasn't given up less than 3. So, I mean, if you get to a point where we're playing a defensive team that won't give up anything, that might not be so great. So,
yeah, I mean, as long as I know teams tend to have a 2 goalie rotation, and it sounds like if they kick Ville Husso out of there and let Lyons take his place, that definitely gives y'all a better chance at winning every game y'all play in. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid.
I mean, like I said, I think he's a rookie, so it's nice to just see that he's able to prove himself and hopefully earn that position at a certain point.
Yeah.
But yeah, this he's past game, Dylan Larkin scored a couple times. It's not all DeBrincat, which is nice. Seems like the synergy is kind of building up in Detroit as of recent.
Yeah, and I will say so. Like the Stars recently, Ottinger's not a rookie anymore. He was a rookie last year. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, it would have been last year. Anyway, young
Oh wow,
goalkeeper who proves himself. It really feels like it sets the franchise up for the future. I don't know
yeah,
how old Reimer is, but knowing that you have a young goalie to turn to,
32.
that definitely makes it easier for the GM. It makes it easier for the team because goalies, it is difficult to find reliable ones. I mean, there's a reason that some of these goalies that are in the leagues, like Marc Andre Fleury, they're old, man. They're dinosaurs, but because they can still play the position and there's not a suitable replacement immediately available, they last this long. It's a difficult position to play consistently well.
Yeah, I mean, with the Vegas Knights, Aiden Hill's the best goalie by far, allowing just under two. Pretty ridiculous, if you ask me.
Yeah, and the Stars played him, and we didn't score a single goal. And but I do think some of that also has to do with Vegas's defense. Like Jesus Christ, they were stout. So I mean,
Yeah,
you got two guys in front of you. Well, it's a rotation, but when you have two defenders in front of you at all times who can play the position, and then you got a goalie who's competent, it's pretty difficult to score. And I mean, the Stars just experienced that last night, Monday night. We played Tampa Bay. The night and day switch of playing Tampa Bay on Saturday here in Dallas and what occurred last night, Monday night against Tampa Bay in
that's true.
Tampa, my God, like, and Vasilevsky was going crazy. We shot more than what Tampa did. I mean, they were more efficient, you could say. Their shots were better, but I
Yeah,
don't think that's necessarily the case. I think Onager didn't have his greatest night, and the Stars were just getting
sluggish
stonewalled
play.
by Vasilevsky, who's just playing a hell of a game, man. And Saturday, we scored 8 against them. It was the same team. Saturday, we play them.
Yeah,
It's 8-1. Like, just
home
beat
field advantage,
the
bro.
brakes off them. And then 4-0 is the score in Tampa on Monday night.
You guys got shut out, bro.
It was brutal. Like I said, of course,
Brutal.
Pavelski's point streak ended. Well, no one scored anything, right? So, and we had more shots than them.
Yeah,
And Vasilevsky, I will say,
pretty
as they
frustrating.
say, the old hockey phrase, stood on his head. He stood on his head, man. Like, we could not score on him to save our lives. We had one-on-one opportunities against him and couldn't get past him.
Yeah,
So, man, I can't stand the inconsistencies that the Stars have had. Last week, we talked about, oh, what's your prediction for this coming week? And my prediction was unfortunately 100% accurate. I said we'd beat the Jets. I said we'd lose to the Flames. I said we'd beat the Lightning once. And I said we'd lose to the Lightning once. And that's exactly what happened. So I didn't like being right about that one. But I mean,
this too.
I don't know what to do with that. They're not consistent, man. They're not.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And just as far as Reimer is concerned, he's 35, so he's pretty up there as well. So
So
could be
having that young goalie, the rookie
that
goalie,
transition.
yeah, for sure. That's honestly really lucky for y'all because it's pretty difficult, man, to find a young goalkeeper that's worth a transition. If Lyons is that, again, he's a rookie.
I mean, he's
It's not
unproven at this
the
point, I would say.
it's not the biggest sample size, but it's a potentially good start for sure.
Yeah, and on Thursday we do play the Sharks, so I hope we get to beat them. That'd be pretty fun. Hopefully, they don't score on us, but I feel like their defense is pretty bad, so we'll just score on them too much.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all
Nice,
will.
dude.
And I know the Stars and the Red Wings. play next Monday. Leading up to that and including that game, do you want to go ahead and give us your predictions for the Red Wings up until next Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, the only games are going to be the Sharks and then the Stars on Monday. So
Y'all just have
it
two
would have
games?
been, yeah.
No, y'all have
I
the
mean,
Senators on Saturday.
nah, dude. That's not true, bro.
Y'all have the Senators before you come to
We're
Dallas.
gonna beat them anyway. It doesn't matter.
So you're predicting 3 wins?
Yeah, dude. All three of them. We're on a hot streak. We won, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in a row.
I'll go ahead and let you know that Monday night in Dallas, y'all are losing to the Stars. And my total predictions leading up to next Tuesday. So tomorrow night, Wednesday, the Stars play the Panthers in Florida. I'll say Florida takes that one. And then Thursday, we're going to go ahead and travel up to Washington to take on the Capitals, which I don't like the back-to-back, and both being away sucks. But I will say that the Stars do win that one in the nation's capital. And then Saturday, we're playing the Golden Knights here in Dallas. Based off what happened last time, man, and again, Golden Knights, they just don't allow goals. I'll say the Golden Knights win that one. And then Monday night, we host y'all, the Red Wings, and I say we do win that one. And so, unfortunately, again, my predictions are at 2-2 for the week.
Nice, dude.
Gross.
Well, yeah, you guys are gonna lose a lot more than you think.
I will actually give you a prediction on the score. I'll say the Stars go ahead and beat the Red Wings 4-1 that night.
Nice, dude. I think we at least score 3.
Nah.
Yeah, dude. Our offense is pretty stacked.
Gotta veto that one. I mean, why'd y'all pick up the 35-year-old Patrick Kane? Y'all need some help. Y'all depleted. Get out of here with that.
We're pretty good, dude.
Okay. All right.
We're,
We'll see.
excellent.
And actually, the podcast, What's Hockey, we're going to be live at that game. We'll have a perfect scouting report for everyone the next morning, as both Keaton and I will be there. We will see every second.
We'll
of that
attend
game.
the game. We won't record live at the game.
That's illegal.
I mean, is it?
Well, I think you can broadcast it. I think you can have a personal video.
I mean, you could fucking, yeah. But either way, that's not gonna happen. We're just gonna be at the game having fun and eating overpriced food or drinks. So
Yep.
pretty great.
We're spending
Gonna
that
see the
dough,
Red Wings win live.
but
yeah, dude.
we got to make sure our audience has these great firsthand accounts. I mean, it's for y'all that we're spending this money,
yeah.
really.
It's everything's about y'all.
That I live my life for y'all.
That's true. Absolutely true.
Oh man. Okay.
So, how do you feel about the the predictions you made for the divisions at the beginning of this year? Do you even remember what you said?
Vaguely. I'm pretty sure it went. Damn, did I say Maple Leafs in that division? I don't know what I said for that for the Atlantic. For the Metropolitan,
You said Maple Leafs. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they got 2 games in hand to catch up to y'all, and they can jump back into second. Boston's running away with it a little bit, so it's a little tough. I'm pretty sure I said Carolina in the Metropolitan, and the Rangers are running away with it. But I swear, every time I look at, the Sharks, did they not just – oh, they lost by 1 to the Rangers. I'm pretty sure the Stars beat the Rangers. Yeah, they did beat the Rangers about 2 weeks ago. And then the Red Wings, y'all lost to the Rangers, but by 1.
At one point,
I don't really think the Rangers are that serious, but
I mean, they don't have a very high differential, and usually,
Yeah.
that indicates a pretty solid team.
The Western, the Stars have one more game to play, and they're down by 1 point to Colorado. So even as much as I'm picking 50-50s with them, they're definitely still in it. And I believe I took the Canucks to take over the Golden Knights. And they have one game in hand. They're down by 4 points, so they can cut that lead. But gonna need some work done.
I mean, they're tied with the Kings on differential, basically. It's pretty tight race in the Pacific Division, but I mean, it's also pretty tight in the Central.
Quite so, quite so.
But looks like everybody that I picked is still number one, except for the Red
You
Wings.
bandwagon.
I mean, I just saw what I saw and was like, "Hey, pick those." There we go. But the Red Wings are gonna win. That's what we do.
Goodness. Nope.
Yeah, dude.
Ain't gonna happen.
Anyway, you got anything that you have?
I think I'm all out of that hockey. You got any more hockey?
Nah, dude, we can end it there, but I appreciate you guys watching. Probably a little bit longer than it needs to be, but I'll catch you guys later.
Yep. Hey, y'all have a good one. Peace out.